In 1985, Father Stephen Shire, a Catholic priest, had a head-on collision with a truck and found himself before the judgment seat of God, where he says he was condemned to hell.
Now, Father Stephen Shire is one of those fortunate or unfortunate persons. I don't know which way around. For our sake, of course, it's fortunate. He actually died. He actually died in a dreadful accident in 1985. And he will tell you what he went through after that time. I know that you are looking forward to hearing Father Shire, as am I. Would you please make him welcome, Father Stephen Shire.
Thank you very much. I was before the judgment seat of Jesus Christ. The voice, I've been asked, Father, explain the voice. Loving, but matter of fact. He went through my life, most particularly my unforgiven, unconfessed, unrepented, mortal sins that I had not had time to confess or had not confessed. After each one saying, you are guilty of, I said, yes, Lord, I know. Mother Angelica said, Father, didn't you have any excuses? I said, Mother, I had a lot. But I said, when you're talking to truth himself, what are you going to say? He got to the end and then he pronounced this, he says, for your sentence, you are to spend the rest of eternity. He said, the rest of eternity in hell. Again, I said, yes, Lord, I know. It wasn't a shock. It was as if he was honoring my choice that I had made. It was the only logical thing he could have said. A female voice, I didn't see our Lord, nor did I see the female. A female voice came and said, Son, would you please spare his immortal soul and his life? He said, Mother, he's been a priest for 12 years for himself and not for me. Let him reap the punishment he deserves. I heard her say, but son, if we give to him special graces and strengths, and then see if he bears fruit, if not, your will be done. There was a short pause. And he said, Mother, he's yours. I have since found out that the reason I was spared, one of the reasons, is to tell people all over the world that first of all, hell exists. And second of all, and just as importantly, that priests are liable to it. And that priests need prayer. The little piece of plastic that you see in the collar of a priest does not guarantee him heaven. We are accountable. We are as accountable to what we do, to what we don't do, to what we say or don't say as you are. And sometimes a little bit more. Because of the fact of who we are and our profession. Some people might say, but Father, you got a special devotion to the Blessed Mother. That's why she interceded for you. I didn't. Another indictment that it pains me to make, but I had to make it. This confession that even being a priest, I believed here in the Blessed Mother, the angels, the saints, but not here. Here's where it counts, the heart. They were to me as playmates. I have since found out they're not playmates. This is the shadow world here that we're living in. The only reason we're here, the only reason, is to get there. I was asked not too long ago by a secretary in a state who would not give me the priest's name. Thank God. Didn't make a difference anyway. A priest she was concerned about, she asked me to write to him because he was having an affair. What can one priest say to another? I wrote to him one sentence from my experience. Father, nothing or no one is worth going to hell for all eternity. Nothing or no one.
I could not stand peer pressure. In other words, I wanted to be one of the guys. Now, the priests at this time seemed to find a need to be just one of the guys too, a layperson. And that was shown more from the pulpit than any place else in my dealings with priests and the laity, because priests would get up and talk about peace, love, and joy, not morality, dogma, and what the church is all about. Because this made one unpopular. And God help if a priest was unpopular, because that means the money didn't come in. So to keep the money coming in, you had to tell people what they wanted to hear. I was before the judgment seat of our Lord. I did not see him. There was much said in regards to my life. The only thing that I did when I heard about particular instances was internally say, yes, that's true. There was no rebuttal. At the end of his speaking, he said, the sentence that you will have for all eternity is hell. I thought internally, I know this is what I deserve. At that moment, I heard a female voice. The voice said, son, would you please spare his life? Our Lord said, Mother, he has been a priest for 12 years for himself and not for me. Let him reap the punishment he deserves. At that, I heard her say, in response, but son, if we give to him special graces and strengths, and come to him in ways that he is not familiar with, and see if he bears fruit. If he does not, then your will be done. There was a very short pause, and he said, Mother, he's yours.
This confirms Romans 2 verse 13, which says, not those who hear the law of God are justified for heaven, but those who do the law of God are justified for heaven. which is the only place for eternal joyful rest.